Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nita Cup 500k3 Dronemaster edition. I'm Dunkurtin and today we are doing our next lower bracket matchup. I'm calling it that from now on. I've never really liked the term losers bracket because of what the word loser implies in that. Yes, you may have lost one match to get down there, but everyone in there still has a chance to win, so I've never liked that. So yeah, we're doing our lower bracket today. I believe this is the 6th round now that we are up to, all up. And today we just have two matchups once again. We have the Crossbolt from Kuruma Fox going head to head with Shakti from Miss Ion. And following that we have Birds of a Feather going up against the Triangle and the Illuminati from Earlman94 and Abye respectively. So just a quick look at the tree right now, how things have gone so far, and without further ado, let's get into today's matches. Alright guys, here we go with Shakti from Miss Ion spawning in second in our first matchup. I even remembered for once to spawn the Crossbolt in sideways as opposed to head on, as has been requested by Kuruma Fox to do whenever possible. So let's see what we have going on all around. We have a lot of lasers as usual coming from the Shakti, while the drones appear to be over here. I think maybe focusing mostly on the larger drone they're trying to do. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, or they just have really long attack runs. Actually, now I can see, oh, this explosive darker coming in here. Not sure if they're focusing more on the mothership or the balloon drones on those attack runs there. We have some explosions going on, I believe, on the Crossbolt's large drone there. It appears to be falling out of the sky. Just taking a couple hits there from missiles, along with getting lasered. So the last couple of rounds we have been seeing a lot more action out of these small drones that come with the Shakti. Seeing a lot more from their cannons. What has the mothership for the Crossbolt been up to? So trying to remember, that is a laser craft as well, I believe, but does not have as much lasers as the Shakti does, as well as having wood armor with no smoke deployers. So will be interesting to see how well this armor is holding up to all those lasers coming in, as we see more of the balloon drones for the Crossbolt also being taken out. Try to keep as much as possible in camera here as we go. Looks like the Crossbolt mothership has sustained enough damage to take it down into the water, where it is a sitting duck for these missiles and lasers, and no doubt we will be seeing a lot of explosive darker coming in soon. There it is. Yeah, just not the most accurate, and yes, they have shielding down here, but some of those shields are down, and just enough of those shots hitting to do a little bit of damage. What are these drones getting up to? They're still launching their missiles. Are they managing to hit much though? Not taking the Shakti long to absolutely annihilate those couple drones there with its lasers. Things are certainly not looking good for the Crossbow right now. Oh, that explosive darker then. Ooh, that was a sight to see. Yeah, looks like the Shakti might have this first round pretty well tied up at this point. Mothership doing really well avoiding the drones of the Crossbolt. I believe this is the large Crossbolt drone over here. I never realized that had shields before. Yeah, so that is now just being completely cleaned up. We have seen in the past that does have the ability to eventually repair and get itself back up in the air. but the Shakti not allowing any of that to happen in this matchup. Looks like all that is left in the air is the Shakti's drones and the mothership. Just needs to finish off what is left of the crossbolt mothership now. As we can see, there is a massive hole right in the middle of it. We do see the repair dots though. And I'm not sure why they're bothering to laser that. Let's just take a quick look at this. We only have 533 out of 1,500 blocks left alive. So yeah, as we can see, that is pretty well on its way out. God, I really love that menu. Like, I've said to Nick, wow, that explosive damage just really ripping this wooden armor apart. Yeah, as I was saying, this Q menu is possibly one of the best kinda menus I've ever seen designed, and the fact that it's actually so contextual based at what you're pointing at and how many options it has, I just really love it. But yeah, looking at this now, I am gonna say that this is pretty well over. I'm gonna call the round instead of letting it play out for too long, as I have seen enough evidence to make a call that the damage coming in is greatly outpacing the repair. What was? Surely that wasn't one of the Shakti's drones. Sorry, that can't have been one of the Shakti's drones. This has no weapons left. Or unless they ran into each other. Anyway, yeah, I'm calling this round in favour of the Shakti, as we just see the crossbolt mothership disappear anyway. So that is the first of 3 going to Miss Ion, and let's see how we go in the next match. Okay guys, it is the crossbolt's turn to spawn in second. Once again, just spawned it in on the side. I forgot to do it completely last round, and I know I was at the beginning only doing it one round at a time, but it doesn't seem to make a huge difference and give it a huge advantage, so I don't see any point in not doing as requested by Kuruma Fox and spawning them in on a different angle to directly on. So yeah, to begin with, mostly I think all the damage just going towards these balloon drones. We still do have 3 drones flying around for the Shakti, though it looks like one had lost propulsion, just regaining it before it hit the water there though. While we continue to see some explosions around the balloon drones, the crossbolt's main drone down in the water already. I thought it was still firing for a while there, but it appears to have lost its cannons now. So not sure the crossbolt is having much luck getting any real damage onto the Shakti. The mothership is trying to focus the Shakti mothership, but being mostly lasers itself with the Shakti's rather effective smoke shield, I don't think there's much damage going on over there, to be honest. While the crossbolt does not have that smoke defense itself, and the Shakti does have quite a bit more lasers to bring to the fight as well. Just trying to keep as much as I can in view here while trying to get close enough to actually see what is happening. Looks like, well, I thought for a second there the crossbolt was losing altitude. Maybe it's got some damage to its jets, so it's not flying quite as well as it would ideally right now, but it is still staying airborne. Still see a lot of balloon drones over in the background there, but they are too far away to be of much help to the mothership right now, as it is fighting to keep up with the repair to stay in the air. Yeah, it is currently down. Still has most of its shields by the look of it, but that will only help it against the Shakti's drones darker. We have an explosion somewhere, possibly back over at the drones. We do see one of the Shakti drones is over that way. Now, wow, okay, maybe... Oh no, the Shakti drone here, providing a bit of a smoke screen for the crossbolt. I was so certain that it didn't have smoke itself, and was a little bit confused there for a second. So as we can see, the crossbolt mothership has kind of become a boat, and not a very good boat at that either, unfortunately. That was quite entertaining that that drone there just happened to just keeps on trying to leapfrog. Oh, it's finally back up in the air. Just happened to have come down and was facing the perfect angle to keep on launching missiles out of its tail end into the crossbolt mothership here. As we can see, that is pretty well disabled. I feel like the Shakti mothership will do a pretty good job clearing that up. I'm just going to go across here and see what kind of progress is happening on these little balloon drones now. So they seem to have been pretty well picked off, mostly by the missiles that these Shakti drones also have on them, as well as their main front nose cannon. So we see the Shakti mothership is still swooping in and cleaning up the mothership over there. So it's not quite done there, it's not coming over this way yet. We see all that explosive darker coming through. Yeah, just really cleaning up these drones right now. Looks like they've pretty well done with that. Just quickly rush back over here as fast as I can. What happens when you take your hand off the mouse? Yeah, so almost done here with this mothership. Just a husk. Pretty well. Not seeing any real repair going on, and we've seen this play out before already. Here comes the explosive damage, and that is it, guys. The Shakti has pretty convincingly beaten out the crossbolt here. Great design though from Kuruma Fox. Thank you very much for the submission, and I hope that I see you again in future tournaments if I continue hosting these. And the Shakti will be staying in the competition and going on to face the other winner from today in our next round. Alright guys, here we go with the Triangle and Illuminati from Abye spawning in second against the Birds of Feather from Elman 94. So they've basically just done a pass by each other. A lot of damage going on to the bottom of the Triangle mothership, but just as it got past each other, the Triangle and the Illuminati striking back and taking down one of the Birds of Feather's flyers. Let's not forget that the Birds of Feather do actually have a couple boats, which won't be of much use in this fight, I don't think. But they'll be back over that way somewhere. So right now, this mothership going very slow because it has no jets. So that is going down. I think, looks like over that way, the Triangle mothership is focusing on taking out these boats that are in the water. Just gonna quickly try and get a look at what exactly is going on over here. Yeah, it looks like it is mostly just raining its Daka and missiles down on these pretty defenseless boats right now. I'm not sure if these boats even have missiles or anything. I think the other one that's already been destroyed does, but I'm pretty sure this one here is just kind of like a ramming boat. So Yeah, that's what's going on over there. Let's go see what the Illuminati drones are getting up to over this way. We have some wreckage in the water here. Looks like this is the mothership for the birds of a feather. It is down, but that's got some repair on it, so that might come back. What? Wow, one of these drones going down as well. So the birds of a feather have struck back. What exactly is going on over here? Who is fighting? Oh, we had an explosion somewhere back over that way. Oh yes, I remember this little fella. He was the one who was the last standing survivor against the drone aftershave, if I remember correctly. Not the easiest fella to hit. He just constantly bobs up and down with that flight path, so looks like he's doing quite well despite being outnumbered over here. Let's head back over this way to see what the triangle is getting up to. So it looks like this little boat is still doing a pretty good job of not getting blown up right now. Though something somewhere is exploding. Back over that way. Who was that? That looks like it might have been the little flyer from the birds of a feather. Looks like despite his erratic flight patterns, he was not able to get away from those Illuminati drones. Is any of this darker getting through that shield? Oh, yep. Got a little bit through. It's hit a power system. So the shield is flickering on and off now. Just a matter of time now before that boat is considered done. The mothership already making its way over here to join everyone else. Just raining its darker down over all the wreckages that it flies over as it goes. Oh, this little fella's still trying to fire. So watch these missiles coming in. And they weren't going for the one that was even shooting. Alright. So what is left of the birds of feather mothership now becoming the focus of the triangle here. Got some balloons over here, not sure what exactly they were attached to, something from the birds of a feather. Looks like the Illuminati drone that was damaged has managed to get itself pretty well repaired and back up in the air. Fully functional once again. So I would say that that is pretty well it for the birds of feather in this round. He actually looks pretty intact, but he's not doing anything. He's not above water like he should be. I'll just give these guys a couple minutes to clean up, and then we'll see about what our verdict is. Alright guys, looks like there was just one down plane here which does still have a cannon intact and was trying to fire off every now and then when something flew over the top of it on the right angle, but as we saw, it just got pretty wrecked by those missiles and the armor penetrating Darko coming down here. So with that, we are going to call this first match in favor of the Triangle and the Illuminati. Alright guys, here we go with our second matchup between these two. We have spawning in second the Birds of Feather from Lman94, once again going head to head with the Triangle and Illuminati from Abyei. So it looks like first blood going to the Triangle and Illuminati, just one of those little drones going down first. Yeah, one of those little erratic flyer drones. I think they have a missile on them and a ram. So don't let them run into you, because they will wreck you. Oh, they are actually doing a lot of damage to the Triangle mothership. Let's see if I can get over here in time to see exactly what's going on. Wow, they totally wrecked that. Did them? I feel like I saw some wreckage falling off. I feel like one of them might have rammed it. Wow, was not expecting that. Looks like those little guys just swarmed him. I was too busy trying to watch all of the larger birds of feather drones over that way. And yeah, the triangle is down and currently pretty silent, so birds of a feather could be taking this to a third round. Looks like they just took out one of the drones here as well. Doing much better in this round. Okay, I think I know what a big part of the difference this time around is that the birds of feather mothership did not receive as much heavy damage in the initial pass. As such, still has this laser that is mounted on its bottom, which is very accurate and quite easily able to hit the drones from the Triangle and Illuminati, as you can just see there. And then it is, once they're slowed down, it's kind of just a matter of everything else cleaning it up. So yeah, we've seen this happen quite a few times throughout this tournament. What appeared to be a pretty cut and dry match in the first round matchup has gone completely differently into the second and third rounds. Just quickly checking on how the mothership is doing down here. Try and keep an eye on the general going on as I look at this. We do hear an engine going pretty hard in there, so it's still it's probably trying to repair itself up. It's still not completely dead. The drones for the Triangle and Illuminati though have been slowly but surely picked off. Looks like this is the last one right now, and it's not in too good a shape. If it drops into the water, this boat's coming in to ram him. Let's get a good view of this. Doosh! Haha! Look at that. That is a pretty cool design. Like, okay, most of the designs are mostly planes, so it's not getting to do too much work. But the second something falls in the water, it is done for. All right. So, are they now switching focus to the mothership, or is there another drone still partially intact? Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a threat anytime soon. Just head over here and use our binoculars and wait to see until they switch priority. That's what I think we will do. Shouldn't take too long. The birds of a feather really wasting a lot of time cleaning up these drones, while this mothership, I mean, surely there's some repair going on around here, does not look to have any weapon systems fully operational yet. But you guys really don't want to leave this too long. I really thought they would have swapped priority by now. There can't be that much left for them to shoot at over here. Like, just completely forgotten about the mothership. Literally all just focusing these few little blocks with a missile launcher on it. I guess because it has a full weapon on it, maybe? Yeah. Weird. Just gonna have to wait it out until these guys sort their shit out and go attack the most pressing target. Like, really what I want to see is just that little ramming boat come over here. That's what I'm waiting for. Waiting for that fella to come over and go to work. But they are really just not interested for whatever reason. Okay, alright. Finally we see some lasers coming over in this direction. I'm hearing missile launchers. It looks like the Triangle has... Yes, the Triangle does have some systems functional again. but they don't appear to be able to get up out of the water very well. Ooh, and our little boat has finally made its way across. Okay, I'm gonna slow this down for this. I really want to get a good view of this. Oh, rammed him so hard that he broke himself. Wow. I also only just realized that that wheel is actually turning the opposite way to what it looks like when it's going full speed. I thought it was turning in a way that it would push the enemy underwater, or maybe the boat's upside down at the moment. Not like kind of flick them up into the air. So yeah, the birds of a feather finally switching their priority and coming over to attack the Triangle mothership. In doing so, a lot of those missiles taking out their own boat, but sometimes there's innocent bystanders, you know, casualties of war. So it is just a moment of time, most likely, until this is all over. Just yeah, these guys really have no qualms about shooting their own forces if it gets the job done. So as we come out to surveil the battlefield, as this battle draws to its end, we see the birds of a feather still have quite a few craft left. Have come back really well in this second round, and with that, looks like the Triangle is completely silenced. As such, this round does go to the birds of a feather, and we will be continuing to our third tiebreaker round just after this. Alright guys, here we go. And as always, when a matchup gets to a third and final tiebreaker round, I've spawned these two in at extreme distance from each other, allowing them more time to move into their desired formations before fully engaging. Looks like both sides did rather well at surviving the first pass until the very end. It wasn't until they were actually past each other that the damage came out onto the back of the birds of feather mothership there. That is what happened in the first round, if you guys remember, and was one of the large deciding factors in how that round went, as the laser on the mothership was what picked off all of the Triangle and Illuminati's drones. So it'll be interesting to see how things turn out this time, as it was the smaller drones, however, that took out the Triangle mothership, so let's not forget that. So that is still a possibility at this point in time. It looks like it has taken a fair amount of damage, but it's doing quite well at staying up in the air at the moment. Well, there we go. The propulsion for the Triangle mothership has been taken out. It is now falling out of the sky. Are our little ram boats ready and waiting for it? That is the question. There's our little fella there. Another boat just got destroyed, it looks like, just over here, just moments ago. So we did just have an explosion on the tail end of one of the Illuminati drones up there. Looks like this fella is a bit confused and doesn't understand that the only target he can get to is over here. Yeah. Alright, he's turning, he's making his way across. That's one thing you gotta be careful of when you make a design like this. So yeah, his prioritizations are a little bit wrong. He needs to prioritize lower altitudes, basically. Like, you have to take into consideration the fact that he can't get to planes because he doesn't have ranged weapons, and make sure that he's not trying to chase after something that's like 50 meters above him. So we see that without the laser from the birds of feather mothership, they're not having much luck taking down these drones, though that mothership is still not completely destroyed, just chilling out all the way over there. Might be able to repair itself if left alone long enough. Down here we have this other cannon flyer, still looking largely intact. Not sure how well it would do getting itself back up out of the water though. So what is the main focus at the moment for everyone over here? Looks like it's probably whatever that fellow down there was, probably the ramming boat. Surely they're not still firing at, like, what, the single block left down here? Apparently they were. Okay, so we hear some ducker going off. What is that? That might be the downed plane over there. Yeah, that's what it is. But are the drones replying in form? No, they seem to think they've got more pressing issues. Oh wait, here we go. One of them has launched its missiles. And a direct hit there with quite a few of them. Not sure what the prioritization is right now. Just wait and see where these guys end up going. Okay, there's something all the way over there stuck on the edge of the island. Was wondering what these guys were hanging around this area for. This is what's causing so much confusion right now. Looks like they've finally taken care of that problem. With that out the way, will these drones now redirect to target the mothership? No, they won't. I swear there is nothing down there. It's a single block. Like seriously, what? Okay, there is definitely nothing there now. What's it shooting at? What are you shooting at? Seriously. Nothing. What is going on here? You are shooting at... Oh. Oh. I see. Ah, it looks like the drones have finally reprioritized to the mothership over here though. And no, that's not the mothership, that's the flyer with the cannon on the front. Now, this one appears to... Nope. Literally every time I say they're going for the mothership, they turn around and prove me wrong. Come on guys, look, there's even another drone over here for you to shoot first. And this one's pretty well intact, he's just stuck in the water. This is pretty ridiculous. Finally, we have a single missile launch, or single salvo of missiles, launched at the mothership of the Birds of a Feather. The Triangle and Illuminati have decided that they would like to eventually win this match, though definitely taking the long way about it. Whoa. Those explosive missiles doing a fair chunk of damage to this old wood armor though. Those guys are just stuck shooting at what's basically a submarine right now. I'm kinda tempted to equip my explode tool and just kill it, because it's underwater so it's dead as far as the rules are concerned. That salvo of missiles just blowing off the tail of this plane, quickly rebuilding itself though. I think once they finish off the mothership I will call it, as that guy seems to be pretty well stuck. It looks like the boat has made its way back to the surface eventually. No, that's just a little chunk of one of those little weird flyers. Where were those missiles going? Oh, another salvo missed from the other side as well. 1 out of like 15 missiles just hit then. Yeah. So this fella's still shooting at all the way down here. Oh. Did he finally destroy it? Or is he just missing? What? I have no idea what he's shooting at. Alright, well, as silly as the Triangle and the Illuminati are being in there, not actually targeting anything that they can hit, it's pretty clear that they have this in the bag. So, yeah, this guy's been down for ages and not repaired himself, and he's finally taken some hits now, so... And this one just can't turn himself, I guess. Trying to go underwater, so that's it. I'm going to actually call this round in favour of the Triangle and the Illuminati. It's pretty obvious that they have it tied up, even if they are taking their sweet time in actually doing anything about it. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today. The Triangle and Illuminati will be moving on to verse the Shakti, while the Birds of a Feather from Lman94 are unfortunately dropping out of this competition. Thank you very much for your submission though, and I hope you continue to compete in future tournaments. Here is a quick look at the tournament tree standings so far. Only got a few rounds left, we're getting very close to the end. As always, I would appreciate everyone's feedback, so either leave a comment below or make your way to the official From the Depths forum and leave a comment in the thread there. There's a link to that in the description below. And if you haven't already, check out the previous Nita Cup. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys all next time. Have fun building in From the Depths.